talk about some of the players then, and since we're transitioning to that anyway. And who do you see as some of the? I mean, obviously Wallace has been a surprise. Nagby's been. I mean, nobody really knew what to expect there, and there was speculation that because Porter worked with him before, that he might elevate his game, and it seems to have paid off. Or what do you think?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
What are some of the other surprises?
Well, I don't know. Surprises are the word I would use because it's still a young team, third year, so I can't say I'm really surprised. But I think maybe, if anything, just not knowing the way Piquio's come in, and it's such a valuable player up front, because I just didn't know him. So I guess, to me, that was a bit of a surprise, because I was expecting a 34-year-old player. Darlington Nagby, not surprised, because we know he has special talents. And it's just finding comfort level where he's free to go play and not think so much of what I see. I mean, talk about the goal he scored against Dallas here was great, but the goal he scored in the Open Cup game against Dallas on the road, which wasn't on TV, so a lot of people might not have seen it, was just he drilled through like 6 players and scored from them tough way. I mean, so those are special players. So that's fun to watch him develop, and still a young player. So that's
yeah, no, I'd agree absolutely. I mean, what Darlington Nagby's shown individually as well as working with Diego Valeri in the center of the pitch. I mean, the rotation that those guys have is superb. Being able to rotate to the left or the right. I mean, that's kind of one of my favorite phrases is rigid flexibility. I mean, you've got Valeri, you've got Nagby, you've got Wallace, and then you might have Piquion, you might have Johnson, and at any given time you can see either one of those guys in any part of the pitch, as well as then you got Sherrod and Johnson and Zemansky, who you can see penetrating as well deep into the box. I mean, Will Johnson's got 6 goals.
Yeah, I don't think I would pick him to be the lead.
No, I definitely
but
would not have picked that. But maybe that's kind of a growing trend in football anyhow, where you have the midfielders are the more dynamic players. I mean, they have their foot on the ball more often, and I think Caleb Porter tries to do that. I think he tries to get the ball at the feet of the players that are skilled players. But for me, there is a surprise, and it's Footy Danzer, and it just really speaks to. I mean, the guy has come in, and he wasn't a starter, and he was just on the reserve team, and he probably wasn't even in the picture. I mean, you're looking at Mikel Silvestre, who's been injured. David Hurst's return, he's been injured. Pamadou Ka, I mean, 3 fouls in 6 games. That could be a concern. I mean, he's a center back. Footy Danzo, solid. The guy can play in the air and he can play with the ball at his feet. To me, the development of AJ Baptiste, and then just the overall solid performance that Footy Danzo has put in so far this year when Columbian. That to me is the big surprise.
Yes, and I would agree on Baptiste, a green player, but I talked to him yesterday, and he really wants to make the most of this opportunity he has, and he gave a lot of credit to obviously his mates alongside, but a lot to Ricketts, because Ricketts, who's a great guy with us off the field, has very obviously put a job down there. Don't call it help there. He said Ricketts has really helped make him comfortable out there.
Yeah, that veteran leadership from Donovan, I think it's weighed heavily with AJ. I don't think it's a long shot here. I mean, he's 21. I don't think it's a long shot here that he might be in a lookout here in another year or two to puts some serious pressure on making a trip to train with the U.S. men's national team. He's young, he's strong, he's quick. That little move that he put on Robbie Keane when they played in Stub Up, I love that. I can't get enough of watching that. And he's proved that when he's got good central midfielders working with him, it's not just him as a center back. He's working well in the pair. And he's worked well with Silvestre, Cobb, Horst, and Footy. So I don't know if you can get brought up any better than that. 4 veteran center backs all having slightly different skills. And all along, AJ Baptiste is there, steady. So.
What about some of the standout players? You want to talk about some of the guys that are just...
Well, I mean, obviously Will Judge has come in and taken the reins of the team and he's the team exams. And does what needs to be done defensively, offensively, I mean, you know, but, again, nobody knew what big of a running would bring, but he brings a different dimension that the first 2 teams of the team certainly have in terms of creativity and forcing a defense to be combo to more than one player, which is, like Chris said, helps make Darlington get more space, you know, coming forward. So, yeah, it's hard to point to a player who's disappointed, really. I mean, it's like a full picture.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. That I would non-violently agree 100%. I don't know if you can say enough about Will Johnson. I don't know if you can find a better guy that epitomizes the thoughts and leadership of Caleb Porter off the pitch as you have Will Johnson on the pitch. Anytime you can get an extension of that physical influence on the pitch is tremendous. And in the center of the pitch. Sometimes you see captains that are forwards or center backs, goalkeepers. But Will, he's just been superb. Top flight player.